Hello, everybody. It looks like we got another after show to talk about this evening. Hello, Carol and Anna. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. I'm sitting in my friend's backyard right now. We were just watching Haunt Me on a giant projector screen. I've got a ring light to my left to make me look extra beautiful in the dark, and I'm just living the best life tonight.
Glowing. You're glowing.
It's weird not watching the first
Carol?
episode with you both.
I know. You should probably do your backyard sometime, Anna, and do your screen.
That would be great. Yeah, we've got a projector too and a little fire going. It's lovely.
That's nice. I think this is what you have to do in the times of COVID, like getting together but being far away. Being 6 months into this, I feel like we can really become experts of how to keep each other healthy but still preserve our mental sanity, because I haven't been on the road for you guys or with you guys for a year at this point now. This is when we were filming last time.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
gosh, that feels so long ago.
It was long ago. And just hello to everybody joining. We hope you enjoyed the last episode. We're just going to give it a few more minutes to let people get in before we get to the behind the scenes stuff there. But for those of you who are already jumping in right now, it's this season was kind of crazy to create, because the way that we make Haunt Me, thank God our producer Nick figured this out, was we film the episodes on location, and then we do as many interviews as we can on location, and then Nick puts the episodes together, and anything that needs a little bit more explanation we film after the episode. Because what we used to do is we would film hours and hours of interviews, and then Nick would use 20 seconds of it. So now, to save everyone's time, including Nick's and our sanity, we just film the blocks that need a little bit of extra help later. And we were going to do that with our normal release schedule in May and June. We were going to do that at the end of April. And you can probably guess why that didn't happen. So we were able to get together over the summer in a distant sense, and really try to, I don't know, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was weird having the crew stand 10 feet away with lights on you.
It was weird.
Nick would step in with a mask and ask a question and then back away, and you're just standing there in our friend Chris's backyard, who built the website, by the way, which looks awesome. Just standing there doing the best that we could, interviewing and knowing that we were going to do a spooky season release this year, which is kind of cool. This is going to be neat that the show's moving into October, especially with some really creepy episodes. So that'll be good timing. But how many? Yeah. Oh, go for it, Anna.
Well, I was going to say nothing. We always get excited when the new season comes around, but it's extra special just since it's going to be fall and super spooky.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
So as people are getting ready, jumping in here and joining in this, what did you guys think of the episode? How do you think it came together? Because for this one in particular, there was a lot that didn't go in the episode for very specific reasons, which you can find out more about if you join our Ko-fi Club. It's a little extra way that keeps the show going. We put the extra content in there. But what did you guys think for how that went? How the episode turned out versus what we experienced that night as well?
I personally think that, and from what I see other people saying, is they kind of picked up on the vibe in the room that we were feeling. And I was worried that we weren't going to be able to express what you were going through, but I think people got it, even though the full thing wasn't there. You really saw some creepy stuff, and I think it was a scare tactic for you, and it was rough.
Right. Yeah, it was hard to articulate what I saw. So it was really good to see that people in the chat were understanding what the Estes session is through in that moment. That was active.
Yeah.
So Anna, my screen's glitching out a little bit, so hopefully you guys can hear me. Did you do a lot of research about the Marsh family before or after?
I did. Maybe you can hear the sirens going.
What did you do?
I did a lot of research. They're after me. They found me, guys. I don't know what to do.
She's in trouble.
So, it looks like. Give me a second. So I did a lot of research both before and after, because we needed to really find out who these people were and make sure that, you know, who we were speaking to was who we were speaking to, especially given Ty's experience. You know, we really wanted to make sure that we had that taken care of. So it was interesting to have solid names and solid experiences to kind of base all of that research on. Whew. And kind of figure all that out.
There she is.
I think
Anna's back.
Oh, wait, I was talking the whole time. Could you not hear me?
I heard you, yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, good.
I thought I was...
It's your face.
Oh, yeah, my face is here now. Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah, so there was a lot that went into it. And Anne had done so much research already. Like, she had already looked into everything. So there was just a lot of information. Guys, I'm so overwhelmed with this season 7. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of, like, this season, the episodes are going to just ramp all the way to the end, especially when the road trip starts and our sanity goes out the window with our sleep. So,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But speaking.
Oh, yeah. I mean.
Yeah, I completely, it's going to be nuts for people to watch. So I hope they're enjoying it. I hope that everyone enjoyed season 1. Looks like we got a reaction from Cassandra. She said, I felt like y'all were fed a lot of history, but that even armed with all of that, it didn't go as expected. And that's exactly right. And that's kind of, Carol, like, how would you say about, like, just needing to stay loose in a place like that, even when armed with all that information?
Yeah, I think it's important to stay loose anyways, because no matter where you go, I think of it as like, what if you were sitting in your home and somebody just waltzed right in and sat down and was asking you questions and expected you to answer? So no matter what you're armed with and whatever you do, you got to go in loose, you know, approach lightly and kind of, I mean, you can't have any expectations anywhere. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what you're going to get.
That's completely right. And pivoting off of that, diving deeper, there's a lot doesn't make the episode, but there's a lot of really good stuff. And Carol, wanting to dive deeper and dig, actually did the Estes Chamber session. And we have that for you guys here. If you want to roll that clip, Nick, so that we can see Carol doing it right after I did it.
Okay. Putting this on now. Yeah.
I'm going to, since Ty had kind of a rough experience.
That was fine.
I'm going to take just a couple of my amethyst because for me, amethyst is like something that I've been connected to since I was like 5 or 6. I used to collect it with my uncle, and I just feel like if I have it with me, it's grounding, and that can only help me in these situations to stay just kind of unbiased. Is that what I'm looking for?
Did you want to do the hold hands thing?
I will be sitting right in front of you.
Okay.
Where there's just 2 of us, I think that will be fine, but I will be close to you because it's going to make me feel more comfortable, and I want to make sure that if you do come in contact with anything, that it recognizes that you're not alone.
Okay. Are you waiting until I give any
Give a thumbs up. I need to know that you're on the level. Then when you know you're not the family is still there, but when you know you're not just talking to the family.
All right, so when I know that it's just not the family, sorry.
So it turns out for camera,
it'll feel
sit next to you.
weirder.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I know that this sounds weird, but I'm just so on your level right now. I can feel you, and I felt the second you took those headphones off, like we were having such a normal conversation for 3 seconds that I just wanted to burst. I just wanted to be like, what the fuck's wrong? I know something's wrong, you know? But as we know, docs are being connected, so we'll just keep going.
Ready, Carol?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put these, you can adjust them on your head. I don't know how close they are to your ears.
Hold on, my bad ear.
It's all right.
Just rip it off. Just rip it off.
It took me a while to get into it, okay? So that's fine. You're not failing. Okay?
Okay.
So this is going to be the same thing that everyone was doing with me. Pass the same amount of information on to Carol, please. The same way that you did it with me. Pass it to Carol. Does that make sense on how to do that?
Please. That was a woman.
She's going to be your mouthpiece now. So work with her the same way you worked with me.
Can you tell Carol your name, please? It sounds like people are running.
You hear on the ceiling?
No, out there.
Come on in this room and tell Carol your name.
Come see.
That's what we're here to do. Show yourself.
Just throwing this out there, this is Carol. I just was hit with a very overwhelming, anxious feeling, and I'm not sure if it's my own feeling, but it's overwhelming.
What are we supposed to see? What did you show me that I was supposed to see? What did I see that I wasn't supposed to see? What have you been called before?
I can hear you.
Good. What name did they give you?
Where do you spend your time in this house?
Fuck.
That's not really indicative of a 1920s family.
Anne did say that there's a character that swears a lot.
Okay. Who's going to be our mouthpiece tonight? Step forward, please, and let us know who we're speaking to, so that we can address you with respect. I need you to talk to Carol, just like you talked to me, okay? Whoever that was. Make her hear you. Do you understand? It's the only way that we're going to be able to do work for you. Say yes if you understand. Say no if you do not understand. Give us an affirmation if you understand how to speak to Carol like you spoke to me, or give us a declination if you do not understand that.
I do wonder where it was mostly men speaking to you.
This is Carol. There's like barely any voices coming through, and in the beginning there was a bunch of male voices that I couldn't understand.
That's what you're talking about.
And I'm wondering if they're only responding to a male.
Do you want to swap me back in?
Someone just said, guess who?
They weren't responding to a male. A male was a mouthpiece. They're responding to females. It's like when Carol's talking out loud to let us know what she thinks, they say something right after. Do you want to swap her out?
We might have to, because we're not getting the answers that we need. I mean, I don't even know if we will get the answers that we need.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Like if inside the house just basically set our plan.
Someone just giggled, went,
Is that a response to us? Like, are they
mocking us?
Yeah.
I think we're paranoid if we...
True.
And we're back. Anna, loving how relaxed you are after the intense Estes session there.
You know, sometimes you just got to breathe through, because honestly, watching them definitely like brings back some of that anxiety.
I like when I was watching the episode and talking to everybody in the chat room just now, it definitely like a toe curling type of moment, remembering just that thing or those things on the ceiling, I should say. It was nuts. But it also really stresses like the amount of teamwork that goes into this, that like Carol put our mum pants on and wanted to go deeper in after, because that's investigating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it takes a lot of bravery. Sorry, Carol, go.
Oh, no, I was just going to say simply watching it, I had forgotten a lot of that. And it's weird because when you're in those moments, you're like, how could you forget something like this? But because the season and all the episodes and everything we do starts to blend, I forgot how intense it was. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it does. It was intense, especially there that night. And it seems like people are understanding that. So let's go to some questions from the chat room. Let's see here what people are asking. Let's see. Did Carol know what I saw when we put her under? Absolutely. And that was the safety issue. There's a certain balance in the paranormal of like, were we at a point where we wanted to know whether or not this happened to me? We would have sent Carol in blind. But there's enough trust on the team, in which I thank God that they just took what I was saying as actually happening, because I didn't want to be dealing with that either. So that we chose the tactic of sending Carol in to get more information on the basis of what happened to me being true. So yes, we absolutely primed her, and she knew what to look out for, and she still went under. So there's that. Any other questions that you guys want to answer here, Anna?
Cassandra asked if we told the owner about the experience that Ty had. And we didn't that night, I think for a number of reasons. And we kind of touch on it in the episode, but it was mostly that there were given Ty's experience, which, like you said, Ty, we totally believe you. In the moment, we have to trust that your experience is reality. And it's not until after the investigation that we're really able to dissect that experience. And so it was really important to us that we did dissect that.
Yes.
And so we really wanted to take the time to do that before we went to Anne and say, hey, we think you have 2 things hanging out on the ceiling, and we did ask if we could go back, and she was very happy to have us back, but series of unfortunate events plus COVID, which is the most unfortunate event. We just haven't had the opportunity. But yeah, there's a lot that we're still working to unpack, which both of you can elaborate on.
Exactly. And it's something where a lot didn't make the episode because it would have required more investigation. And that's what we were hoping to do. And it just didn't play out that we were able to get back there and do that. So instead of just leaving spooky little strings untied for someone who spends most of their time there to deal with, we put them in, put a pin on it for later of just like, this is other stuff that happened. This does not work in the narrative that we are working with that night. So it's like, here's some stuff that we have a base level understanding about. Here's some stuff that needs more work. And that more work stuff, hopefully maybe we'll get to go back one day and work on that, because that would be cool.
Especially because
can you imagine
being able to go back? It would be great.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if we had left and I don't know, it was like 3 a.m. if we just knocked on her door and was like, yeah, hi, there's 2 things on the ceiling.
And by the way,
we gotta go.
Right. Definitely need to found it, because again, it's an Estes method session. It's an Estes chamber session. Saw things in my brain, but that doesn't equal evidence. That equals experience. And you can't have a lot of weight to that. You need to be able to back it up. And so that's why we sent Carol in too. She had different stuff happen. It's interesting. And April right here, April Allen asked, has anything ever followed us home on an investigation? No, for me. Very, very curt when I leave an investigation, that if they need help, they had a block of time to reach out to us. And if they need more from us, they need to reach out to whoever owns the property, and I cut the cord. So I'm if something followed me home, I'm really no help in that aspect. So you need to go back and make a long distance phone call.
What about you, Carol?
You guys?
No. I think before Haunt Me, a couple years before Haunt Me, I had an experience where Ty and I did an investigation, and I think every single person that was there had a dream or some weird stuff happen. But when I joined Haunt Me, I was way more empowered, and I have not had anybody or anything follow me home. Knock on wood.
Right, knock on wood.
So.
There you go. I would like to caveat that real quick, Carol, do a plug for our Ko-fi club. I think coffee. Either way, coffee keeps our show going. It's a small little donation site that keeps the show alive year after year. You guys do it, and it's where we put our extra content. Carol, we've never really shared that story of what happened, both at Mifflin and Waverly, and maybe that's a tale to put behind the paywall. If people want to come and see,
I could wear my shirt.
You could wear the shirt. I think I still have the recording. I know I deleted that picture of me, but anyways,
I feel like I don't know this story. I'm gonna have to sign up for coffee.
You probably don't. This is something. This was a rough one, and it was like really when I had first met Carol and really bonded. So if you guys want to hear that story, well, let's get together, maybe, Carol. Let's talk about it and see if that's something what we want to put behind the paywall.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know, Ty. I think you just committed.
I'm like thinking. No, I'm like remembering more of it now. So just jump into the coffee club anyway, and then we'll figure it out. Yeah. it's a lot more is coming back to me. But other things that I want to talk about real quick is Krista Ryle has created a brand new website for us and a brand new store for us. So if you guys are looking for Haunt Me gear, magical supplies, or ghost hunting supplies, as well as rune or Ogham readings, you can check out the store. Anna, do you want to give a little plug about that? What's going on in there?
Yeah, so it's completely revamped. It's beautiful. We're working on, we have some standard items we want to be able to share with you, the tools that we use on a daily basis. So that's why we've included the runes and the Ogham staves. We're also going to be working on sort of like limited edition items that you can purchase. So you'll see different things cycling in and out over the year. Right now, you'll see masks online. This is important to us and to you for your health. So Ty has created, it's a binded rune?
Yep, a rune binding. Yep.
A rune binding, English grammar, for protection. So while both humorous, it is magical as well. So we encourage you guys to check that out. If there's anything you'd like to see at the store, let us know. I have a lot of time at home now, just crafting away. So give me a shout.
Crafting.
Some other huge things about the store is Krista is also a numbers queen and said that we can do free shipping on any orders over $20. So
Yes.
She's allowing that. That's huge. She's also said that all purchases before October 1st, you'll get a free signed photo of us and one of our nifty little pins. It's either a Haunt Me glow in the dark pin or an alchemy pin that we've made. So we'll throw that in there for free for you guys. What else about the store? Oh, the winner. Anna, you were giving a huge giveaway from our kickoff with Aaron Sagers last weekend. Do you want to say which coffee donor won?
You want to type that name in the chat so I make sure I don't get it wrong?
Yes, hold on one second. Hold on here.
We are super excited, and we do want to say thank you to everybody who joined our coffee. It really means a lot to us. We had a lot of you sign up, and it's a joy for us to be able to give this gift away. So again, thank you. I hope you enjoy the content that you get and the content that we put out on YouTube as well. And we do want to take a moment to give a special shout out to Sue Walters, who is our winner. And we'll make sure to get that big basket of stuff over to you. I've got it all packaged up, and we'll get it right to your door.
All that good Haunt Me road tested magic, Anna. That's good stuff.
Yes.
Before we jump over to just a little bit, I want Carol to be able to talk about our road trip and specifically the next episode, Belvoir. I think this question from Cassandra is incredibly timely for what's about to come down. Cassandra asks, do you ever get investigation sickness? Well, Cassandra, the entire 7th season of Haunt Me
is
will
sickness.
be an exercise
Well,
in
it's
investigation
sickness.
Literally,
I'll take it from here, Gowan.
Yep, go for it. Go for it. Tell them about our sickness.
So I'm going to try not to spill the beans because I spill the beans on accident. But let me just say, I was just talking about the unexpected, and it starts right, bam. The first place we go, we're hit with heart attack stuff. We think we're bringing the place down. It's intense from day one until the last day. And that brings me to the sickness, spiraling. We're gung-ho at the airport, but it spirals very, very quickly, very quickly. And I look back at some of these, I'm like, I don't even recognize myself. So no pun intended, but it's going to be a wild ride.
It was, I think, the 4th investigation on the 5th night was the moment I thought to myself, I'm going to die. This is it. Spirits, come on in. I'm wide open at that point. No matter how much shielding I have, it's not going to work. But
I think by that point, though, we were in a safe spot.
True. Yeah, I think we get back spot.
And so the 2 hours I had to sleep and shower before we had to hit the road, sleep and shower. I get this bad feeling while I'm in the shower. Open the door, I look out, I see Gowan crouched into the refrigerator eating my food, the only food I have, and he launches himself from the fridge to the bed and acts like he's sleeping. I'm like, come on, guy.
I would have had it too if it wasn't up for your meddling spidey senses, girl.
You'd be done if that was my food.
That's why it's never happened to
2
you.
hours.
I'm so sorry,
2
Carol.
hours that I could have to relax. It was awful.
Hey, well, also our producer wants everyone to know that if they sign up for coffee, there is a coupon code to the store. So I want to throw that in there real quick.
Yes, it's like $5 off, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it'll come up in the chat, but on the side.
Guys, we're professionals.
Yes, we're doing the best we can. Anyway, Carol, the next episode is Built Bar. Why don't you tell people about that and then give them a little something to see before we go?
What are they going to see? I don't even remember what they're going to see.
We have a teaser, Carol.
We have a teaser. the little teaser.
Okay.
You're doing great.
I don't want to give stuff away. Okay, all right.
How did impressions, not details?
Impressions. It was gorgeous. It's very historical. It's also, I mean, it goes from beautiful to the most dangerous investigation I've probably done. Real quick.
That's really well said. And does anyone want to see a teaser real quick? I hope you do, because it's coming in right now.
As I was sleeping good, I suddenly woke up and looked at the end of the bed. I saw 2 figures standing over my bed and gasped for air.
We found this place online and we couldn't be more happy with our stay. We love the history and the grounds are beautiful.
My wife had a couple encounters. First was a dream of myself being possessed and she couldn't wake up.
We saw him.
We literally live across the highway and wanted to get away from the kids.
Nice bed, but very spooky.
Had something bump into the bed while we slept. Final episode for myself was a hard pinch on my butt, which caused me nothing else. I didn't read all of this, I'm sorry.
So the next episode will be out September 22nd. What we were just doing there is each room in Belvoir you can stay there and you should stay there. It's beautiful and the family is wonderful that runs it. But each room has a journal so that you can write down any experience that you want, whether it just be walking the grounds and enjoying a glass of wine or having something pinch your butt in the middle of the night. Because every room is haunted. I was in the most haunted room, but was so exhausted that I think the bed would have had to have been dragged out down the hallway before I would have noticed. But I think it's really cool what goes on in these episodes. They're probably some of my favorite episodes to date. And this season of Haunted is going to be like every other, where we're releasing every other week with an actual, enjoyable, munchy main canon plotline episode. And then in those weeks in betweens, we have some zany Tie Tuesdays, COVID friendly, coming your way to just kind of quench your appetite. But I think that was it. That was for a quick little after show. Does anyone have any other final questions before we go? You guys excited about the season? Carol and Anna, are you guys excited about sharing the season with people?
This is going to be for sure my favorite season to share with people. Hands down.
Same.
Yeah, I think it comes at an important time too, where we so desperately need some joy, and where filming this season has brought so much joy. I hope watching this season brings just as much. Well said.
Well said, Anna. I love that. So everybody, again, the next episode is going to come out on 9/22. We're going to do the premiere thing again so that you guys can set a reminder. Tomorrow morning, I think the episode will pop up as a premiere notice. So when you guys see that, click it. It'll remind you of that. We will be going live in 2 weeks, so you don't have to remember anything. But as always, you can find us on Instagram. Anna handles that account and also handles our Twitter. Both are at HauntMeOfficial. You can find me and Carol on Facebook. We're running that for the most part. It's at HauntMe or Facebook.com/HauntMeOfficial, something like that.
Nice. Nailed it.
Hi, yeah.
B-. But the best stuff that you can find is going to be at our YouTube account, and we really appreciate subscribers. Would be really awesome to get to 10K this year. But also, when you watch those episodes, it really helps us get seen if you hit the thumbs up button. So do that if you can. Share with your friends if you like us. And as always, stay spooky out there, you guys, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Take care, everyone.